So Elveen, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a mother of two. My husband Alex works in Bristol. My children are 7 and 11 years old. And I'm also not just a mother, I'm also a Baptist ministerial student. I'm in my 2nd year at Bristol Baptist College, and part of my placement is to do this church plant in Portishead.
Yeah, Portishead, I don't know much about Portishead. Can you tell me just a bit about the community and what it's like?
Yeah, well, Portishead's a really interesting town. It's grown a lot from its original time when it was a fishing port and a merchant place where they used to rebuild ships and do work on ships. Now it's gone into massive redevelopment, being very modern and very aspirational. There's a lot of new houses being built along, and they now have a marina.
Wow, sounds quite flash, really.
Some places very much is that way. But then there is an older part of Portishead, and that has a really big community aspect to it. They have a lot of flower shows and things that they put on, so there's a real community heart there also.
What are you trying to do there? And what's the ultimate hope, if you like, and what are you engaging in just now?
Well, Portishead doesn't have a Baptist church, so the hope is that through this planting missional process that there will ultimately be a church in Portishead that has a Baptist identity. But at the moment what we're doing is very much in the fledgling stage, and we're just looking to see if that's really what God's heart is for Portishead and for the people living there. So I'm meeting with a core group of people that just praying together and really trying to see what God is saying to them about being a missional community and how to engage with people on a real relationship level. Because we've all started to realise these days that the come to us approach just isn't working anymore, and we need to explore other avenues of reaching people, the unchurched. And so this is really what we're trying to do in Portishead, is to build relationships and really focus outwards rather than just being self-serving.
Elveen, if you could just tell us maybe 2 or 3 things that we could be praying for about the work that you're doing there at Portishead and the group that you're meeting with.
Yeah, of course, I think prayer is really important, and we would really value your prayers at this stage. We really need prayers for wisdom and guidance on having God's eyes and seeing through His eyes where that God's mission is already happening for Portishead and the people within there, so that we can join that rather than create something that we assume that they want. So prayer for that would be really useful, and I think just praying for God's blessing upon this project so that we would really know that we're upheld in prayer and that this is the direction that we need to be going in.